This one comes to us from EMS1.com. Just when you thought Dallas, Texas couldn't get any worse. Well, Dallas cops are the worst, man. Well, they're not the worst. Houston's pretty bad, but Dallas cops. Well, it's not just the cops in Dallas you got to worry about. A Dallas County District Attorney filed a motion Tuesday to dismiss a case against Kyle Vess, a homeless man, who was charged with assaulting a paramedic.
Paramedic Brad Cox, along with other firefighters, were responding to a grass fire on Lone Star Drive in August of 2019.
What happened?
This is body camera footage from sheriff's deputies at the scene. Cox says he believed a homeless man named Kyle Vess started the fire.
He was going up the service road, and he set one right here in front of the engine somewhere. So I got out to go kick it out because it was small before it got big, and that's when he got up and started charging.
Dallas police and sheriff's deputies responded to arrest Vess, but before they could get him into custody, this happened. You hear and see Fireman Cox tell Vess to get up, and then he kicks Vess in the head.
Now, the motion follows the release last week of a video, which you're going to see here, that showed the paramedic Brad Cox kicking Vess. Where? In the head. And then going, come on, buddy. Come on, I'm a UFC fighter. You know, because apparently this Brad Cox is some UFC fighter. And he thought wearing his paramedic outfit, he would just do a little UFC MMA, bam, bam, on a homeless guy.
Cox is a trained MMA fighter.
The fireman very clearly says, come on, get up again, as to challenge him to a fight. We don't need people like that out on our street.
Now, State District Judge Tina Clinton signed the motion from District Attorney John Crusoe. Vess has been on house arrest. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. That was bad, but it just hit me. Here, a homeless man has been on house arrest. I don't know, man. I feel for this guy, though. By the way, I do feel for this homeless guy because he's a victim.
You hear and see Fireman Cox tell Vess to get up, and then he kicks Vess in the head.
Tase him.
Officers tased Vess and eventually arrested him. Dallas police investigated the incident and cleared Cox of any criminal wrongdoing. The detective determined there were not enough elements for a crime. George Milner now represents him.
Mr. Cox basically bludgeoned my client, sent him to Parkland Hospital, was kicking him with a firefighter's boot.
According to police documents of the incident, Vess had a black eye to his right eye, bloody nose, multiple fractures to his face, and a swollen right ankle.
According to the Morning News, the dismissal reads, further investigation of this case has revealed that at the time of the alleged offense, Mr. Vess was suffering from a mental health crisis. A lot of homeless people are. It goes on, in consultation with his attorney, the state learned that Mr. Vess has suffered mental health disabilities most of his life. Today, he is compliant with his medication and is stable. Vess's lawyer, George Minor III, has asked the Dallas police chief to arrest Brad Cox. They're asking the police to arrest this paramedic. You think they're going to do it? You really think they're going to? They might. Hey, cops arrest firemen all the time. I don't get that one, you know. And I'm not talking about firemen that break the law. I'm talking about they get in these tussles on the crime scene and the cop goes, I'm going to put you under arrest. The fireman's going, I'm doing my job. What? But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to arrest this paramedic or not, but hopefully this George Minor III can get this Vess tons of money and not just buy him an apartment, buy him a nice little farmhouse outside of Dallas, and he can live the rest of his life happy on his farm and just walking around enjoying fresh air and not be homeless anymore. Because I'm going to tell you what, the city of Dallas owes this guy thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and maybe even over $1 million.
It's not the first time Cox has been investigated while with DFR. In 2016, he and another firefighter were investigated for an incident involving another homeless man named Herschel Fletcher. DPD called paramedics to the scene. According to court documents, Mr. Fletcher has schizophrenia and a speech impediment. He had just been robbed, assaulted, punched in the head, causing him to fall and hit his head on a wall. Mr. Fletcher was taken to jail instead of the hospital for treatment.
Can you get up, Mr. Fletcher?
Yeah.
Stand up.
Records show he died of slow brain bleed caused by his head injuries. The paramedics were not held criminally responsible for his death, but were indicted for falsifying a report to cover up their failure to render aid at the scene. Cox ultimately pled guilty and received 12 months probation.
I do the things in my life I do because of Jesus Christ. He's my rock.
Got DFR coming. This guy got the head injury.
But according to court documents, when the paramedics arrived, they assumed he was drunk and began harassing and openly laughing at him as Fletcher sat on the sidewalk in pain. In this dash camera video obtained by WFAA, you can hear them laughing in the background as Fletcher tries to spell his name. It was used as evidence in this case.
My eyes are burning.
No way that's a name.
What's his last name was?
Leather? There's no leather. That's not a name.
Leather.
He falsified a fire department record stating that the police had the man in custody and that he couldn't transport him to the hospital. Well, that was a lie, and that was shown on the video.
He had fought one of firefighters.
The fire department did not comment because of pending lawsuits involving both these incidents. Cox's attorney also declined to comment. After 4 years, 2 investigations, and this video going public, Cox was recently placed on administrative leave while the fire department investigates. In Dallas, I'm Rebecca Lopez.
All right, guys, let's see what you got to say about it.